What's up? What's up, everybody? Come, real quick. I know it's late. I know it's really late, right? Well, it's really late for me because I'm a little bit older. In my olderness, I like to get my naps in early. But real quick, y'all come on in, talk to me for a real quick second. Um, I ain't gonna be long. I promise you. Just come on in and chit chat for with me real quick, right? Hey, hey, auntie. Y'all, real quick, jump in. Let's talk for a moment. Um, and then I'm going to get out y'all way. I just want to make a few announcements. This is Sunday morning announcement. So come on in. Like and share this real quick for me. I would appreciate it. Come on in the room. Hallelujah. Amen. All right, I'm not gonna be on here all night, so y'all come on in real quick, like and share. Like I just want to make a few announcements of some upcoming things that we got going on over here at the RG. Um, so come on in for me real quick, and if not, they can catch the replay, right? So I wanted to talk about this conference that we have coming up, right? We have Reviving Intercession conference that's coming up in a few days, really, right? So I want to talk about it real quick. Sorry, I'm not a good multitasker. All right, so I want to talk about that for a moment. So, what we are having is what we're calling reviving intercession, right? And reviving intercession um, was birthed out of our commission to train and develop intercessors, right? And this is where we have created a safe space, not only just for intercessors, but for those who are of prophetic nature, right? Your prophetic types. So that space that we have been commissioned to create and develop those who are in those spaces, right? That don't have the necessary language for what they feel, for what they sense, for what they're seeing, and all that other good stuff. This is where we are creating this safe space, right? So 2023, we were commissioned. I was in service actually. And while I was in service, the Lord said now. And I'm like, what is that? Like, how do we get to this now? Right. Um, and we got to the now. And while I was sitting there, I picked up my phone and I reached out to Prophet Brittany. Um, she's probably chilling. But I reached out to Prophet Brittany and I say, hey, Britt, I need you to put this flyer together because this is what we're getting ready to do. Right. We did a 6 week course or a 6 week training for intercessors, right? We did a 6 week training for intercessors, and at the end of that 6 weeks, this was like our climax, right? Reviving intercession, right? Maybe I should back up. So, but reviving intercession is where we are, right? We are in a space after we did the 6 week training. Here we are. We're reviving intercession, the conference, August 2023. So August 2023 was the jump off. I won't even say the jump off, but it was like part two. So in 20 Mara, when was that? I think it was like in 2019, 2018. We had what we call reviving worship, right? It was reviving worship was created for the worship leaders, right? So we created this one night worship event, kind of like a worship shed or a harping bowl, and we created that we didn't create it, but we initiated it in 2018. So now fast forward to 2023, we have Reviving Worship on steroids, right? So we have introduced Reviving Intercession, which was a climax to the intercessory class that we provided for 6 weeks. So this Reviving Intercession piece that we're doing in March of this year, we did it last year in August, and the Lord said, run it back. So we spinning the block on this whole Reviving Intercession piece this year, this next month, like literally within a few weeks. We're spinning the block with this Reviving Intercession. You don't want to miss it. I promise you, you don't want to miss this whole Reviving Intercession. If you were at the last one, drop in the comments real quick for me, like, how dope was the last one? The last one that we did in August of last year. It was real dope for those who attended. So I was excited. I was thrilled, but it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. And I quit like 1,200 times. Elder LaShonda, Prophet Brittany, Deacon Mara, Pastor Chandra, they will tell you, like, bro was like, listen, I'm not doing this ever again. However, I am now back in the space where we are running this back because the Lord said run it back. So what I need y'all to do, I need y'all to go out and register for Reviving Intercession 9,000, right? Because it's going to be dope. It's going to be real dope. And I promise you, you don't want to miss it. I had the privilege of speaking with our facilitators for the day sessions. So y'all listen, I talked with Pastor Tasha Council from Charlotte the weekend, and we had a real good conversation, and she is hype about it. And listen, y'all, if y'all were in her session last year in August, listen, it took a turn real quick. She taught, and then there was demonstration. Like, it took a turn. When I tell you, she was phenomenal in teaching ignorant in his presence, right? How we can be in the presence of the Lord and we're just ignorant or oblivious to the fact that we're in his presence. Like, when I tell you, she taught it real good. So she running it back this year in March, and the topic that she's gonna teach from in March is availability and worship. Don't miss your moment. Right. A lot of times we enter into worship spaces, we enter into churches, etc., and we miss our moments. We miss our opportunity to grab a hold to what the Lord is ushering into that space in that moment. We miss those moments. We miss them sometimes. We just miss them. So I want y'all to register, right? I want y'all to register. I had a privilege of speaking with my brother, Pastor Keith, yesterday. Listen, he's coming, and he coming strong. Listen, he's going to be talking about the song of the Lord, right? The song of the Lord, this session that he is doing on Saturday, I think it's the 16th, on Saturday, March 16th. This is when all the day sessions will happen, that Saturday. So you want to register for these day sessions, right? Will any of the conference, so real quick, Pastor Sean, we will broadcast Friday night the 15th at 7 p.m. We will be having a Harp and Bowl intercessory moment where we will worship and we will release the word of the Lord. We will go live with that session on that Friday. However, that Saturday, we will not be streaming that Saturday. Those day sessions are exclusively for those who attend, right? I'll see what the team does after it's done. We may put together a package or something. But yeah, so it's Saturday. We will not stream anything on Saturday. But Saturday will be recorded. We may drop some snippets after it. Afterwards, we may drop some snippets afterwards. But listen, y'all want to be in the room. Tasha is going to, her topic is availability and worship. Don't miss your moment. Pastor Keith, he is coming with the topic, the song of the Lord. And it's a call, his session is a call to worship leaders. It's a call to musicians, and it's a call to psalmists. Like that space, you want to make sure if you have worship leaders, Pastor Tasha, Pastor Keith, listen, if you have worship leaders, you want them to be in that space. You want them to be in that space because they got it. I don't know. I don't know what y'all are accustomed to, but they got it. Your worship leaders need what they have. Their pour is going to be pure. And y'all, listen, y'all need their pour. Y'all really need their pour. So make sure you're in the room. Then we have Kariji, master musician. When I tell y'all, had a conversation with him like last year. And he like, listen, if I'm going anywhere to speak, to preach, to do anything, I'm like, Kariji, what you got on your books? Because I need you with me. I've never met a musician who actually took the time to spend time with the Lord, right? I never met a musician who not only took time to craft their skill, but they took time to get to know the Lord, right? A lot of musicians just gig. But this young man has he has the oil on his life. He has the ability to change atmospheres. Um, he got it. He got it. We were talking one day, and he was like, the Lord was dealing with him about frequencies, right, and how the instruments are tuned to just a standard frequency. And the Lord's talking to him about changing the frequency of the music and that of the instruments, and the frequency of the instruments literally produce what the Lord needs in that moment. There are certain frequencies, like if you do the research, this is the science nerd in me. Like if you do the research, there are certain frequencies that cure cancer, right? And he was explaining to the science nerd that those same frequencies he can play on the keys to literally draft out illness. And I'm like, geez, listen, if you got musicians in your church, or if you are a musician yourself, you do not want to miss this session with musician Master Kariji. Like he gonna give y'all something. And this is the thing, he saved for real, like in real life. And I appreciate his life. I'll never forget one day we were in service and the music just stopped. And I'm like, oh, like, but we were in a whole worship moment, and the Lord came to see about us, and the music just stopped. And I turn around to see like if something was unplugged or, you know, and I turn around and looked, and he was in worship. Like he left the keys and he went into worship. I've never seen a musician do that in person, right? So he has a relationship that he is going to give you what the Lord has given him as it relates to being a musician, a Levite, a minstrel to the body of Christ. Real. It's gonna be good. Y'all get in. I promise you, you don't want to miss it. Get in the room. And then my pastor, Pastor Gia, is coming down from Jersey. Y'all, her session, I talked to her last night, her and Pastor Keith. I talked to both of them last night. And I felt like our Zoom was finna take a turn. And I was like, nope, I got a whole nother meeting after this. I can't get caught up in this moment. Listen, she is coming with the word of the Lord. I promise you, if you have never experienced her, I promise you, Jesus, you want to get in the room. Her session is going to be, I feel like we're gonna lose. I feel like we're gonna lose the day sessions with this group of people that we got, because last year we lost the day sessions. We we were in there and we almost lost it. I almost didn't even get to do my session last year because Pastor Tasha had took us somewhere, and I'm like, we gotta get out of here. Like we gotta take a break. But we rested in that moment. The Lord came to see about us. Listen, I encourage you. please, 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 ma'am, please, sir, go and register. Go exactly. Pastor Sean, she gonna peel the paint off the wall. I promise you. All of them, like I promise you. I'm glad we got insurance. I'm glad we got insurance to cover the building because it's going to be amazing. And we will be in the company of my good friend, my good brother, my good pastor friend. He is one of the only uh, pastors that I actually fellowship with in Georgia. We are going to be at his church on Friday and Saturday. So be on the lookout for the announcements. The information is on the flyer for for the location that we'll be at for Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday, we are going to have, listen, if y'all are in the area and y'all ain't got your own church to go to on Sunday, make sure y'all come over and check us out. We're going to post the information um, for our Sunday service. Yes, I'll drop the registration information in the link for registration in the comments. Brittany, if you're on, can you drop that in the comments for me? So they can get that link to register. But Sunday, the Prince is coming to town, right? That's his actual last name. He's not walking around calling himself Prince just because. But Pastor Dominic Prince will be with us on that Sunday. He is my fan favorite, right? And that's because he's my mentee. So he is going to come preach, sing, prophesy us into a fit on that Sunday. Pastor Sean, we will be going live on that Sunday as well. So be on the lookout on our page for that information. Go and register. Thank you, Brittany. She dropped the registration link in the comments. Go and register. Bring your friends. Bring your family. Bring your side pieces, whatever you may have. Bring them. So that they can experience this. I promise you, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. Because the Lord is going to come see about us, right? I really believe, well, I know that this is the space that he has called us to. And one of the commissions that he has given me for 2024 is to pour, right? So my pour in 2024 is going to be simply I'm pouring all 2024, right? I am pouring. Be on the lookout. We will, starting in April, to follow this conference. Starting in April, we will have our prophetic hub that we are in the process of developing. It will be a 3-month training. We'll do it in 3-month intervals. So be on the lookout for that information. We will announce that at the conference, how you can register for that. I am pouring out all the prophetic knowledge and information that the Lord has given me to all prophetic types and intercessors. This is my portion this season of my life. It is something that is not new to me, but it's something that is required of reviving generations. We are going to pour this year. We're going to empty out. I will get that to you over in, give me 1 second and I'll drop it on the YouTube so you can have it there. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, so I am pouring this year. I am pouring. We had a prophetic training and instruction on Sunday with my brother at Recharge Church over in Forest Park. I think that's Forest Park, Jonesboro Road. And this is where the conference is going to be. We did a prophetic instruction and training with his team over there Sunday morning, and it was really, 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 really good. So be on the lookout for that information. But I am pouring this year. This is my portion, and we gonna empty us. We gonna empty me this year, because the Lord has a lot for me to do. Praise the Lord. So I'm excited about it. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not fighting against what He is doing. I'm actually in agreement with the Lord this season of my life. So be on the lookout for the information. I am going to drop the link in the comments um, for the YouTube crew, so that you can register and get your tickets and make sure that you're in the room. Yeah. So listen, y'all go register. There will be some advertisements that come up and come out. So make sure you go out and register for this conference. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And the Courageous Jones is in the room. Listen, y'all, this man right here, I'm gonna put him on blast. This man right here is the maestro. Listen, he is the one. If you need, listen, if you need your musicians trained, if you need your musicians to get a piece of this oil that's on his life, call him, because he got it. He got it. He just got it, and he is so humble in everything that he does. I am appreciative to this guy. Listen, he's a brother for life, and I'm appreciative to him. I could call him, be like, listen, bro, right? And he's there. He's there. He is a man of his word, a man of integrity, and I appreciate his life. So listen, tell your musicians, listen, matter of fact, don't tell them, make them come, right? Because you want your musicians in this room. I really feel this in my Shondo nucleus, right? I feel like the musicians are the catalyst for what's needed in 2024, right? They are the prophetic entrance to what the Lord is ushering into the earth realm, right? So those who are musicians in your church, they should not only have the sound of the house, but they should have the sound of the Lord, right? The order of the Levites, right, rest in the hands of those who play the instruments, and they're going to be very instrumental in being able to orchestrate this whole ushering in that the Lord is doing in this current space. Because once again, I said this in 2018 and 2019, we are looking at two different dynamics of the church, right? We have the bride of Frankenstein and we have the bride of Christ, right? The bride of Frankenstein, the easiest way that I can explain it is they're literally pulling parts from the world to put together to create the Lord's bride. When there's nothing for you to create, oh, I got fireworks and everything. Praise the Lord. they they are pulling from everywhere to create something that they don't have to create. They just have to submit. And submission is a cuss word to the church community, and that is our role. If your musicians are submitted, there is a wave of glory that will hit your houses of worship, that you won't even be able to stand, right? And with this young man, KJ Jones, who is coming to teach us on that Saturday, there is a wave and there is a grace upon his life to usher in, like that thing that he has. There have been a number of times where I was like, okay, we just here, let's just go with what we got, right? There have been a number of times where we couldn't even get out what we needed to, what we felt that we needed to get out, because he just ushered in, right? He just ushered in. Right. He is the mastermind behind our prayer project that we did in November. If you haven't downloaded our prayer project, go out. It's on iTunes. It's called what is it called? It's called. Hold on. Let me tell you. I'm pray for me. Pastor Keisha, how you doing? It's called Confessions of a Generation, right? So go out to iTunes and download Confessions of a Generation. It is our prayer project, and Kariji he was the driving force behind it. Like, I mentioned it to him probably once. I was like, bro, I want to do like a prayer project. And that one conversation with him about the prayer project ushered us into a space where he literally forced my hand. He was like, I got the studio, I got the musicians, let's go. Right. I was like, oh, let me call the intercessors. So we all got together and we went into the studio. And when I tell you, the Lord was even kind in the studio. If you could have been in the room in the studio, just with the minstrels there, they set the tone for the intercessors in the room. It was absolutely amazing. So go download. If you haven't, go download it. It's on all streaming platforms, YouTube, etc., all of them. So go download it. But he is going to give us a good teach on Saturday. So there will be teaching and demonstration on that Saturday. I put time parameters on it, but however, those time parameters are we're subject to. We just gonna be in that moment, right? And exactly, Dominic Prince is in the room. Pastor Dominic is in the room. He is preaching us into heaven on Sunday. So listen, Dominic Prince he will be here Sunday, and he is a preaching machine. And he is the Lord's man. I'm appreciative for Dominic Prince. He gonna take us on in on Sunday. He's closing us out that Sunday. And listen, this is the kicker. I feel like it's gonna be Banana Sunday, because listen, we have Pastor Tasha and Pastor Keith doing worship on that Sunday, and Pastor Gia, Pastor Dominic, and the Reviving Generations prophets gonna be in the room. Like, it's gonna be crazy. So if y'all in town on Sunday, make sure y'all come on, swing back, because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Prophet Donald, God bless you, sir. You gotta Donald, you gotta come to Atlanta on the third weekend in March, right? We gotta get you on the plane. We gotta get you on the plane so you can come tarry with the saints, right? So, Pastor Keisha, I would love for you to be here. Pastor Keisha, I gotta call you. I dropped the ball. My apologies. I gotta call you, Pastor Keisha. I do. So yeah, so it's gonna be pretty good that weekend. So if you have a group of 10, if you got 10 folks that you know, and y'all 10 want to get together and purchase or register as a group of 10, you can do so. Just reach out to myself, Prophet Brittany, or Elder LaShonda, and we will get that registration for you. If it's a group of 10 or more, there's a discount for registration for you all as well. So make sure, go out and register. If you're a single registrant, the information, the link is in the comments. If you have a group of 10 or more, let myself or Elder LaShonda know, and we will get you that information for that group of 10 or more to register. If you know churches that are in the area and they need to come, send us the information and we'll invite them, send out a personal invite to them to come out and worship with us on that weekend. So that's all I got on to talk about. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Prophet Will Moore is in the room. Yo, listen, I have some really dope connected people, and I appreciate all of them. I really do. So listen, Prophet Will, you need to come that weekend too. It's gonna be good. The Lord has something to say, right? And as I was sitting tonight in the coffee shop, I felt stirred. Like I really felt stirred. Like I needed to. I was like, let me get out this coffee shop for these people call the people on me. Like I got stirred. So listen, listen. The Lord is doing something in the earth, and we're gonna tell y'all what it is that weekend that y'all come. So I am excited about what He's doing. He is going to preserve His people. Listen, there's one thing that He's going to do. He's going to preserve His people. Um, and I'm gonna get off of here before I get prophety. I'm gonna get off of here because I felt something in me just then. I felt something in me just then. Listen, I'm gonna share this with you all, and then I'm gonna get off of here. If you have sons, brothers, husbands, uncles, nephews, cousins, if you have men folks, can you make sure they're in the room? Because the Lord kept showing me that He's getting ready to do something for the male child. So there is something that is getting ready to happen. Hell has been trying to castrate our men, right? And the agenda, the Lord is going to reverse that whole narrative. I promise you. Listen, you better tell them to get there that weekend because I got something to say. and I ain't even got a session, but I got something to say. We gonna release the word of the Lord for our men folks. So make sure y'all get there. And listen, y'all be praying for us. If you can't make it, just send up, just shout our name out to the Lord. And I'm definitely sure that He will hear you and He will be kind to us. So I appreciate y'all for jumping in this late at night. You know, us older people, we like to go take naps. Praise the Lord. um, um, yes, Pastor Keisha, send them, send them, send them, send them, send them. Listen, y'all, I promise you, Jesus, it's gonna be good. It is gonna be good, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, and the Lord. Okay, all right. So I gotta get off of here. I get off here because y'all. I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm not trying to go. It's too late. But listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Listen, bro. Listen, I am with you. I am with you. I am with you. Like after talking to Pastor J and Pastor Keith and Pastor Tasha, I was like, shoo. Okay, I'm gonna need to pack a nap. I'm gonna need to pack a nap because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Elder Quinona, God bless you, woman of God. Thank you for jumping on. All right, so y'all go register. Don't walk, run. I think that's what they said in the announcement. Run over there and register for Reviving Intercession 2.0, 3.0, whatever you want to call it, because every round is higher. And I am going to, y'all, please, y'all go follow our Facebook page because I have something I want to do for the children. I am going to bring somebody in that does prophetic activation for children, and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. Prophetic activation for the kids. It's gonna be dope, and it's probably gonna be later on this year. So listen, y'all stay connected to us because we're doing some little things over here on this side of the world for the Lord. Pastor Quinona, Elder Quinona, this is what you missed. Since you came in the room late, I'm gonna give you a snippet. We are having our Reviving Intercession conference, right? In March 15th, 16th, and 17th. I think that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let me look at my calendar because I always get those dates wrong. Yep, March 15th, 16th, and 17th. Pastor Quinona, come worship with us here in the great old ATL. And we gonna we gonna get you come on over and worship with us that weekend and see what the Lord got to say. But listen, I'm getting off here. I love y'all. Be on the watch for our page. I think Pastor Chandra is putting together a revival or some sort in South Georgia. It's gonna be good, right? It's gonna be good. And stay up to date with what we're doing over here, because it's some real good stuff. Right? We took some. I took some sabbatical time. I'm back, and and we're gonna do some work. And I appreciate my team for holding everything down, for Reviving Generations, and giving me the opportunity to catch my breath. Right. So I'm excited, and I am looking forward to God doing what He is doing best, which is causing us to live. Right. So listen, as we always echo here at Reviving Generations, our exit statement is live life revived. One thing that we're going to do at RG is we're going to live life revived. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it. He is our Redeemer. And let the redeemed of the Lord say so. So guess what? We're going to say a whole lot over here in this corner, right? So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all from the depths of my heart. Thank you for jumping on this late in the night. I may pop up again some other time during this week or this weekend. But listen, get in the room March 15th, 16th, and 17th. Get in the room, because I promise you, Jesus, I promise you this. I'm gonna post a clip. I think Prophet Brittany's gonna post some clips of the speakers. So listen, make sure y'all get in the room. Pastor Gia preached for my birthday. I think it was last year, and y'all, listen, it and. I don't even have words, but go. We're gonna post some clips and stuff of these speakers, so y'all can get a taste of what y'all are gonna get on that Saturday. And it's just literally a taste. So you got to be in the room to get the full thing. It's gonna be good. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Go register and listen. Our whole spiel at Reviving Generations is what? Live life revive. Y'all drop that in the comments for me. Hashtag it. Live life revive. This is what we're doing. We're living life revived, in a revived state, right? So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a very, very, very amazing night and a dope rest of the week. And listen, be encouraged, right? And join us. We have 5 a.m. prayer. Pastor Chandra and the intercessors, they have been praying at 5 a.m. every morning. And listen, I heard that the Lord be sharing some stuff, dope stuff in those prayer sessions. So listen, go to our page. The prayer call information is there. Jump on that prayer call at 5 a.m. They praying. They are praying at 5 a.m. Notice I said they are praying at 5 a.m. The grace for that for me is yet to be seen. But I appreciate them in their diligence and their persistency in prayer with this 5 a.m. call. That 5 a.m. hour is not an easy hour for those of us who are older adults and who are working every day. But however, they are consistent and they are in that thing with the Lord for real, for real. And I appreciate them for being dedicated and hearing the voice of the Lord and leaning into prayer at that hour. I am appreciative to them. Pastor Chandra, Elder LaShonda, Mama Linda, Prophet Brittany, I appreciate y'all so, so very much for leaning into that 5 a.m. prayer. And occasionally I'm on there. I would get on there occasionally, but we'll see how the Lord shakes me in the morning. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so, so very much. So get in the room, get in the room, get in the room for real, for real, for real. Get in the room. Thank y'all for allowing me just to say thank you, right? So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so, so very much. Have an amazing night. Have a dope rest of your weekend. And listen, live life revive, yo. I love y'all. Peace.